Hello there, Miguel Martinez Juarez here, and today I'm going to be talking about how to impress the subconscious mind. Okay, and I'm using a little bit of the tips that Florence Scovel Shinn talks about in her book, The Game of Life and How to Play It. The Game of Life and How to Play It. Okay, number one, you want to use repetition. Okay, repetition in addition to ideas of God as your source of supply. And what do you mean God? I mean infinite intelligence, source, right? Energy, whatever you want to call the creator, right? Divine mind, right? Because everything's complete in divine mind. So when you make an affirmation with this in mind, you impress the subconscious with the idea that the supply is already here. For example, here's one that she uses, and in my previous video, I'm going to link it right here. I'll talk about this, and it's about casting the burden, okay, the idea of lack, to the Christ within, okay? And the reason that works is because in divine mind, there is only completion. Everything is completed. All ideas, all information, all inventions, all conceptions are completed there, okay? They're all already done. That's why when you think something, you already have it. You start the creation process, okay? For the physical manifestation of it. It's already manifest in the non-physical. That's why you can say thank you, thank you, thank you for your idea, okay? And this is the quote. You can use it for anything, okay? And it goes, I cast this burden to the Christ within, and I go free, okay? This is how you can do it for money, okay? I cast this burden of lack to the Christ within, and I go free to enjoy abundance. Okay? Now, you can change it up to with what you're feeling and with what you want. Okay? Now, I'm going to go back to talking about repetition. Okay? Repetition. Now, she writes, the statement, right, of the Christ within, right, should be made over and over and over, sometimes for hours at a time, silently or audibly, with quietness but determination. End quote. Okay? And she writes, I have often compared it to winding up a Victrola. We must wind ourselves up with spoken words, right? If you look at yourself in the mirror and you say, I am a great salesperson, right? I say that all the time, I am a great salesperson. Or I like to say, I am a world-class master salesman. And you say it over and over and over and over. Your body, your behavior starts changing. You actually start becoming that person. You wind yourself up. Okay? Yeah. I'm just reading the quotes. There's so many quotes. Yeah. I cast this burden on the Christ within, and I go free. Okay? Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one. Okay? And the Christ within is the superconscious. Okay? It is infinite intelligence. Okay, because any idea of life can't survive there. It can't, because everything is there, everything's complete. Okay, so you want to repeat affirmations that have this included in the affirmation. I haven't heard many teachers talk about this. I have not. Okay, maybe my readings have been limited, but I've read plenty of books on this, and no one talks about about the superconscious that I've seen, besides Florence. They do talk about autosuggestion, is saying your belief creates your reality, right? And your belief is a result of what you tell yourself over and over and over again, and it becomes a habit or it becomes a paradigm, right? And it's in the subconscious and it just plays out automatically, right? But I've never heard about casting the burden to God, right? Infinite intelligence, the superconscious, the divine mind. Now, so that's one, all right? Auto-suggestion, okay? So, I'm gonna write that down actually. I'll write that down. Okay. One, auto-suggestion plus the knowledge of divine mind. Divine mind. So that's your source of supply. That's your source of supply. Okay. Cool. Put that right here. Now let me take a sip of my Monster 0 calorie. That was my favorite one. Because it's not too sweet, but it's light. It's good. Okay. Another one is, another way to impress your subconscious is, and I quote, "In order to impress the subconscious, active faith is essential." And she quotes the Bible. "Faith without works is dead." Okay, in these chapters I have endeavored to bring out this point. Jesus Christ showed active faith when he commanded the multitudes to sit down on the ground before he gave thanks for the loaves and fishes, end quote. Okay, now she writes, this is what connects you to your goal, to what you've been visualizing. Okay, this is what connects you. Now she gives an example, right? Through misunderstanding, a woman had been separated from her husband, whom she loved deeply. He refused all offers of reconciliation and would not communicate with her in any way. Now, coming into the knowledge of spiritual law, right, of the divine mind, she denied the appearance of separation. She made this statement: "There is no separation in divine mind, and therefore I cannot be separated from the love and companionship which are mine by divine right." See how that affirmation is connected to source, the divine mind? Okay? And then she showed active faith by arranging a place for him at the table every day, thereby impressing the subconscious with a picture of his return. Over a year passed, but she never wavered, and one day he walked in. Okay? She impressed the mind of it with expectancy and seeing him come back, right? Or love equal to that which she feels for him, right? So that's one way. Like, that's another way. Okay. The next one I'm going to talk about is music. Okay, so number 2 is acts of faith. Acts. Acts of faith. Okay. Now, music. She writes, and I quote, "The subconscious mind is often impressed through music. Music has a fourth dimensional quality and releases the soul from imprisonment. It makes wonderful things seem possible and easy of accomplishment." You notice that when you're working, you put on some music, everything seems easier, you're having more fun, right? And you put on meditation music and you meditate, it's so much more calming and soothing to your body and to your mind, and you can really get into that meditation or that visualization, right? And meditation is not an easy thing to do at first, right? So music really helps you to get into that concentrated level of calmness and peace, right? So yeah. And she writes, quote, I have a friend who uses her Victrola daily for this purpose. It puts her in perfect harmony and releases the imagination. Another woman often dances while making her affirmations. The rhythm and harmony of music and motion carry her words forth with tremendous power. Okay? So they do that. Remember, you gotta feel the feelings. That's why you have to feel good. And one of the next steps here is gonna be about feeling good and inward. You're gonna see how it's connected, right? Now, so I'm gonna put the next one, music. Okay, music helps. Okay, it's gonna assist you. It's an assistance, right? Oh, whoa, I'm using a highlighter. Oops. The 3. Music. Okay. I'm all over the place. I was gonna put the yellow cap on the marker. All right, now, next one is, the student must remember also not to despise the day of small things. Invariably, before a demonstration come signs of land, okay? Signs of land show up. Before Columbus reached America, he saw birds and twigs, which showed him land was near. So it is with a demonstration, but often the student mistakes it for the demonstration itself and is disappointed. Okay? End of quote. So demonstration is your goal. Demonstration is that vision that you've been holding, what you've been wanting, right? Wait. The thing you wanted, right? Because now you have it. The moment you decided you're gonna have it, you see it, you focus on it, you have it. You have it, okay? And it's only a matter of time before it is demonstrated. Oh, that's so cool. So cool. You can have and do anything. You can be, do, and have anything, okay? And now you're learning, okay? You're changing the ideas and beliefs in your mind through this, okay? Now, here's another example, right? And this is like a student of hers, okay? Quote, a woman had spoken the word for a set of dishes. Not long afterwards, a friend gave her a dish which was old and cracked, right? So she came to me and said, well, I asked for a set of dishes and all I got was a cracked plate. I replied, the plate was only signs of land. It shows your dishes are coming. Look upon it as birds and seaweed. And not long afterwards, the dishes came. End quote. Okay? So that one is not despising the day of small things. Being grateful for the small things. When you see signs of land, be grateful. Be grateful. For example, for sales, right? If you got a client who you took all the way to the end, or you were at the close, and for some reason the client was just said no, everything went well, everything went perfect. Be grateful. Be grateful because you took that person to the end, and that means you're close. That is a sign of land. Okay, sign of land. Okay, so I'm gonna put right here. Be grateful for signs of land. Oh, what the? I don't know why the came out. Be grateful for signs of land. Okay. Be grateful for them. Bless them success. Baptize them, name them, right? Baptize means name the event success. Yes, success. I'll say it is good. This is good. This is good. Now, another one is continually make believe. Okay? And she writes, quote, continually making believe impresses the subconscious mind. If one makes believe he is rich and makes believe he is successful, in due time, he will reap. Children are always making believe, and except ye be converted and become as little children, ye shall not enter the kingdom of heaven. End quote. All right? And here's one. Here's a good example. I love this example. She writes, quote, I know of a woman who was very poor but no one could make her feel poor. And it's italicized. She earned a small amount of money from rich friends who constantly reminded her of her poverty and to be careful and saving. Regardless of their admonitions, she would spend all her earnings on a hat or make someone a gift and be in a rapturous state of mind, joyful, happy, right? Her thoughts were always centered on beautiful clothes and rings and things, but without envying others, okay? She lived in the world of the wondrous, and only riches seemed real to her. Before long, she married a rich man, and the rings and things became visible. I do not know whether the man was a divine selection, but opulence had to manifest in her life, and she had imagined only opulence, okay? So she would always see herself and feel herself rich, right? And she would spend, okay? She didn't allow others, right? Because other people are creating, right? Other people are creating. So people could say something and you're not supposed to let them, all right? You let them impact you, okay? This is the art of allowing. Allow yourself to feel what you want to feel and allow others to create and feel what they're doing, okay? Because only one thing you can control is your thoughts and feelings. That's one thing for sure that you can control, okay? Now, so that is make-believing, right? Seeing yourself. This goes back to seeing and feeling, right? Seeing and feeling, okay? Playing games, okay? This goes back to playing games. Make-believe. Make-believe. All right? Make-believe. Like a woman, she's always picturing herself, right? Making believe, feeling, okay? Really good, okay? And the last one, okay? So, we're about to go on to 20 minutes. I'm trying to wrap it up here, okay? I don't want to make it too long. Okay? Now, last one, she writes, quote, "There is no peace or happiness for man until he has erased all fear from the subconscious." End quote. Okay? So man or woman has no peace or happiness until he or she has completely eliminated fear from the subconscious mind. Okay? And how are you going to do that? Is by having faith, right? Fear is misdirected energy and must be redirected or transmuted into faith. Christ said, "Why are ye fearful, O ye of little faith? All things are possible to him that believeth." End quote. Okay? And I think I'm really good with this type of reading and other forms of reading because I've read the New Testament. I read it one time completely, and then one time I read it halfway. Okay? And because it made me feel really, really good, right? And it gave me that idea. If I believe it, I have faith in God. I have faith in this higher power that I can do better for myself and become something better. I have faith, right? And it's because I have read it over and over and over again. I understood that basis, okay? That basis. Asking, ye shall receive, okay? Have faith. Now, and she writes this, right? She says this, quote, "Walk up to the lion and he will disappear. Run away and he runs." Okay? So you have to face your fear. Face the fear and it goes away. Right? Her students ask her, "How can I get rid of fear?" And she replies, "By walking up to the thing you are afraid of." Okay? And this is a money one, right? This is a money example. She writes, "I have shown in previous chapters how the lion of lack disappeared when the individual spent money fearlessly, showing faith that God was his supply and therefore unfailing." Okay, many of my students have come out of the bondage of poverty and are now bountifully supplied through losing all fear of letting money go out. The subconscious mind is impressed with the truth that God is the giver and the gift. Okay? Therefore, as one is one with the giver, he is one with the gift. A splendid statement is, I now thank God the giver for God the gift. End quote. Now, you're probably thinking, what do you mean? How is God the giver and the gift? God is the giver because everything comes to you from God. Everything comes from God. Okay? So I now thank God the giver for God the gift. Now you have the gift. You've received. God is in everything. God is in you. God is in this wall. And if you reference or go back to the science of getting rich, there is a thinking stuff from which all things are made. Right? A thought impressed in this thinking stuff causes the thing to be created. Right? So God is both the giver and the gift. Okay? You lose all fear of lack when you know that everything is completed in divine mind. There is no lack, there's no separation. You are connected to what you want. Everything you want, you're connected to right now. You have everything inside of you right now. Alright? Because you are connected to God the giver and God the gift. Okay, so that's the last one. That's lose all fear. Okay. Number 6. That one's more. That's the last page, and that's more about getting rid of fear. Okay. And you do that by facing the fear and knowing that everything is already done. Everything's already completed. Okay. So I'm gonna go over what I went over. Impressing the subconscious mind. 1, auto-suggestion and connecting it with divine mind. Connecting a statement with divine mind. Okay? In divine mind, there is only completion. Therefore, I go free to enjoy, etc., etc., right? Or, in divine mind, there is no separation. Therefore, I cannot be separated from the love and money, which is mine by divine right. Okay? And you can switch it up to what your goal is, to what makes you understand it. The basis is divine mind. Also, all things come from divine mind, okay? And acts of faith, okay? Digging your ditches, okay? Which one did we talk about? You know, setting up the table for your loved one. Even if it's more than a year, just like the woman in the book, in the example, did for over a year. Yeah. Okay, and remembering that you're connected to divine mind, okay, your source of supply, okay. The error that she did was that she thought that her love was from outside, or there was limited, right, and that she wasn't already complete and everything was already completed in divine mind, okay. That she was complete and that everything's completed. Okay, so acts of faith, music. Use music while you're saying your affirmations or while you're visualizing, dance and say your affirmations. It's important to feel good, to feel the feelings, okay? Feel the deep feelings of it, okay? Whatever you deeply feel, you project into your physical world, okay? Number 4, be grateful for signs of land, okay? She specifically said this. It wasn't, she didn't say be grateful for signs of land, but I'm telling you to be grateful because that's what's going to get you on the positive vibration, right, of your goal. Be grateful for it. Be grateful for your goal. She writes, the student must also, the student must remember also not to despise the day of small things, okay? Okay, don't despise them. Be grateful for them. Be grateful for the science and be grateful for your goal. Be grateful for the invisible and prepare for it, okay? And number 5, make believe, okay? See and feel. Deeply feel the feelings of having that, okay? Having that goal that you want. Okay, make believe. Okay? If you want to be a champion, pretend you're seeing all the people congratulating you. You have your medal or your trophy and you're like, yeah. You know, everyone's being so happy and shouting for you because you won, right? And you're grateful for it too. Okay? So that's make believing. Okay, make believing. And don't let outside circumstances change the way you think and feel and believe, okay? And get rid of fear. Okay, you get rid of fear by facing it, and you get rid of fear by having an understanding of divine mind. Divine mind. Okay? So this is a really good one. I hope you liked it. This was a treat. This was a treat. Not many people talk about this, and I know once you're connected to divine mind, you're gonna be fearless, and you're gonna get everything you want. Okay? And I hope you like this one, and thank you. If you want more resources, check below in the description box. Thank you. Until next time.